Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I'll be the DM of this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Yo, what up? I'm Dylan. I play Blouch, the Human Ranger.
Hello, my name is Darren, and I play Seltra, the Drow Artificer, sir.
Hello. My name is Brittany, and I play Laurel, the half-elf paladin.
Hello, my name is Becca, and I play Mavari, the tiefling sorcerer.
Unfortunately, James will be unable to join us because he is out doing a good job while we sit on our asses and play a game. So, good for him. Enjoy the OT, buddy. Every now and then, I do quizzes over recaps because I think it's a fun way to kind of do a recap and look into the history of things. I decided to do it again, but harder. And in exchange, I thought it'd be fun to have inspiration for the answers, but stackable. So if you answer 5 questions correctly, you have 5 inspiration. So I thought that would be a decently even trade. People who take notes will do very well. People who did not take notes, you won't, because that's just how it works. There's going to be a 2-minute time limit on these because they are harder. But also, after I cut out the silence, it won't be that long, don't worry. So it'll be like 80 minutes for us, 14 minutes for you guys. You're welcome. You remember in Infinity War where the Russo brothers came out swinging by killing Loki? That's kind of how we're going to do with this. Dylan, are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
This is going to set the tone for how well this quiz is going to go. When Seltra arrived at the ruined city with the caravan, everyone split off into teams. Seltra was teamed up with Rutger and who else?
Well, shit. Now I have to remember all of the various backstory bits. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Where are all the fucking NPCs again? I would have taken notes and know this shit, so I don't take notes for that shit he doesn't know.
That's fair. Some of these will be that way.
Razz me.
That is incorrect. It was a loot.
Fair.
Might be able to change that to a minute. That was pretty good. All right, Darren, are you ready?
No.
Probably not, but it's fine. Actually, you might. You might get this. What is the name of the physician that examined Laurel after she was bitten by a werewolf?
The name of the physician?
Yup. Brittany, don't you help him.
I'm not.
Let me see if I know this at all.
He was actually brought up twice.
It's a bit rude, Darren.
Was it Pressler?
It was.
Well,
All right.
That's my final answer.
Sir, good answer. You still have 40 seconds to spare. Good for you.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah. It's sort of demon.
Brittany?
Time to use up 2 full minutes. What is it?
Mavari has 2 stepmothers. Name one.
Oh shit. Man, you really are making me go like way the back in my notes. I think I might have written that down.
Man, you couldn't have given this one to me. I knew this one.
No, not those notes. Not those notes. That was, I think, way the back. I actually do just have like a ton of sticky notes, and now I'm just frantically looking through all of them. No, that's not it. That's not it. Where the hell are my? Wow, it's really buried in like all of this shit. Okay. Found something. Hold on. No, that's
Don't
not
worry.
Mom's name.
You still got a minute.
Oh, great. Man, it doesn't help that like pop quizzes and time stuff is like my fucking Achilles heel. I just sit there and sweat and cry the whole time. No. Lithuania. No, that's not good. No. Not gonna lie to you, man. I don't think I've got it. I thought I
Take
had
a shot
it.
in the dark.
I don't fucking know.
You want to guess at least?
Yes, I don't know.
Just throw a name out there.
Okay, alrighty. Susan.
Becca.
I know that's not even close to being it.
Becca.
Yeah.
What are the names?
It's Minerva, and I actually, now that I was sitting here, I was like, I can't believe I just blanked on my own character's mom's name.
Damien.
Or stepmom's name.
That's funny.
Damien, yeah.
That's really
That's
funny.
okay. Becca,
I got
it's your
put on
turn.
the spot. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to put you on the spot, but are you
Yeah,
ready?
too late. Yeah.
Tyr's creation was inspired by children's desire for companionship. Whose children were they? I want you to remember that right now. Miranda's listening to this and screaming at you.
That's fair. I like to make her suffer. I hope she's annoyed. I hope she messages me eventually and is like, damn, Becca, you really dumb.
Don't worry, you got plenty of time.
I'm trying to think. Which is really hard. Because I don't take notes, and that's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Cronus.
What? No.
I thought it...
Asterisk.
I couldn't have guessed that.
Cronus. No. Everybody knows he didn't have any children. He was celibate. I gotta skip this next one because it's about bloups. Let's see here.
I mean, I
Dylan.
know about tears. Well,
Dylan, you have a memory that I will never understand.
Mhm.
All right, Dylan, are you ready?
uh-huh.
Palatry is where the party released Perseus, the Titan of Destruction.
Mhm.
Where did the party travel from there?
I believe it was to Aztekos.
That is believably correct. Good
Because
job, sir.
it made the joke that we were going to go to Poultry to the beach and then go get mimosas because of the Maklosos forest.
Always a good
I remember
plan.
that joke.
Dan,
Alright, let's do this.
what was Blouts' rank in his homeworld?
Captain.
Oh, shit. I'm not even gonna lie, I did not think you were gonna get that.
I'll be real with you, I didn't either, I guess.
I knew
am
that
very
one.
sorry.
Damn, I knew that one.
Really?
Yeah.
He's brought up his rank before.
He's only brought it up once. I assumed it was gonna be harder than that. Shit. I was mistaken.
Now, what platoon was he in there?
The
The one
little
that got
one.
lost in the
The
field.
little one. Brittany,
Yeah.
I think you might be the one person who can say this off the top of their head.
Oh, don't put that on me.
You're right, I'm sorry. You're never gonna get this. Okay, the party made friends with two Cyclops, Gib and Gob.
Mhm.
Which one did Niskita injure the eye of?
Oh, I actually was it? Oh, who cried? I think it was Gob.
You think it was Gob?
I think it was Gob.
It was Gib.
Ah, dang it!
They sound really alike, so unless you have a super duper memory or put it in your notes, got stabbed in the fucking eye.
The only I just have Gib and Gob, the Cyclops brothers.
It's fair. That's enough said. Becca,
I missed them.
Yeah.
since Kronos was freed, 9 Titans have been released or joined the side of the Titans through the story or campaign actions. Name those Titans.
9?
9.
Of course, there's Phoebe, Atlas. No, not Atlas.
Just out of
What's-
curiosity, why not Atlas?
My brain died.
Oh.
I guess Atlas. Ursus. Oceanus. What's his fucking name? Sun guy. I can't. It starts with an H. I cannot remember his name.
Hyperion, go ahead.
Okay. The lady who is connected to Laurel, animal lady. I also can't remember her name.
Can you get a little more, little closer?
Does it start with a T?
It
No.
sure doesn't.
Oh, I cannot remember her name. She's
Go back
got...
to it.
Okay. Come on, Bearing. You know this.
Anytime I say that to mine, I think about food. There's a couple of hard ones, so I'm going to give you a few hints here. Which one did Celtra work with?
Oh, Iopetus.
Bingo.
Yeah, Iopetus, then Creus?
Yes.
That Titan dog lady, still cannot remember her name. She had all kinds of animal parts and a unicorn horn.
What do you think, Brittany? Should we give it to her?
She's describing her.
In the feel.
Oh, fuck that, yeah. I knew
Alright.
it was something silly. I just can't... That's 8. I don't have the 9th one.
So I will admit, I didn't actually count Creus, because he still hasn't really gotten involved yet. But it was Prometheus and Gelia.
Oh.
I was just
Forgot
going to
about
give you Creus and be
Prometheus.
like, oh, fuck it, because Gelia is actually hard as hell.
Yeah,
So if you
I
got
didn't get
either one of those, I was
Prometheus.
going to be like, done.
Yeah, I didn't get Prometheus.
Yeah, that's okay. A lot of people didn't. It was chained to a mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. Dylan, you ready to put that memory to work?
Yes. Sure.
Mavari has a brother named Mordai, who tried to kill her in her homeworld, was almost given a second chance, and ended up making a deal with demons for power. How many times has he shown up through the campaign, and who finally killed him?
Hold on. I believe he's shown up thrice, and I believe it was the deputy who finally killed him.
Is that your final answer?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Alrighty. So the deputy did kill him. However, he showed up 4 times.
Damn, I was one off.
I
Oh, well.
think I know which one you're forgetting, so I'm going to work my way backwards here. So you fought him in Athens.
Yep. That's where he
showed
finally
up,
died.
Choking Mavari after her nightmare. He was in the forest fighting you guys while Niskita was kidnapped and couldn't escape the 30-foot radius of a silent spell. And also, he was on trial with a farmer, and the party had to decide who lived and who died. Yeah. I figured that was going to be the one that got forgotten. Because he wasn't named or anything then. He was just very detailed described. And I was picking on Mavari a little bit. Alright. Darren, are you ready? Oh, damn, you're going to get this one.
Possibly.
What item did Tyr have but did not want to share it with Aella?
Did Tyr have, but not want to share with, but did not want to share with Ayala?
Yeah.
I wasn't here for a lot of Ayala. Was it a book of some kind?
That was her other character.
True. What items do Tyr have? Does Tyr have?
I could you know what it is? I know Dylan does, probably.
Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
He's mentioned hiding it directly from her. And there was actually a joke made about it in one of the episodes.
Like,
Give me any hits.
oh,
Oh,
Is it the inappropriate book? No,
What
that
the-
was with
Why
Saran.
would you even say that? If I said yes, then he would know the answer.
I thought you were asked me for it.
No.
No.
I was just making conversation. Don't worry, Darren. You still got 30 seconds.
It wasn't that either. That was the wrong character.
I'll be real, I don't know.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Shot in the dark?
Oh, a dirty bag.
How about the Caduceus rod?
Really? I thought he forgot he had that. He never uses.
Nope.
Um,
He made a joke
I-
that he was specifically hiding it from her.
Yeah.
When? Was I here for this?
I think so.
Actually, yeah.
So the reason he gave me that he doesn't use is because he doesn't think it's worth using yet or tuning for, because he has other items that are used to tune to, so it's not worth the trade out. And he said he was keeping it from her because I think he said he thought she was gonna kill him. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember why he said he was doing it.
So,
My bad. You're Mr. Item List, so I figured you were gonna have that in the bag.
Well, no, I gave it to him.
Brittany, I'm not gonna say whether you're gonna get it or not. Don't worry. Erichthonius, son of Athena, that
Alright.
appeared during the Athens fight, was half man and half what?
Snake.
Hey, just delete that 0.3 seconds.
Thank God, because I was just like, okay, there were only like 2 or 3 like half animal people.
So
Me being one of them. So
He was also half bitch.
you're just mad because somebody lived. Let's see who's next. Oh no, Becca.
Yeah.
During the fight with Hercules, he did not take the fight seriously. But who finally damaged him? But who finally damaged him enough to change his tune?
Was it Arachne?
Do you want that to be your answer?
It's either Arachne or yeah.
All right. No, it was Laurel. He was only taking half damage from Arachne because she was piercing damage, and Laurel went full beast mode with the werewolf and landed every attack on him and really hurt him. And that's when he got his club out and he was like, oh shit. Dylan.
Oh boy.
When the party first left the top layer of the underworld, they took 6 enemies of Olympus that the party freed throughout. Who were they?
Pallas, Arachne, and Medusa. That's 3 of them. Trying to remember some of them.
One of them's probably going to be pretty hard.
Lamia was one of them. Remember her. I had so many that I kept getting crossed over when I was even there.
That was fun.
All of them were cursed by different gods. I believe fucking Medusa was going by Zosme at the time too, because I don't think anybody knew that except for a dead character. Fun.
I think everybody eventually found it out. I will give you a hint about one because the last one, I don't know if anybody knows. Maybe Dylan and Brittany. Miranda actually NPC'd this one.
Oh, Echo.
Yes, sir.
Son.
what about did he say the cute little cricket to Thanos?
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
I remember Thanos because he was a little cricket.
No, it's unfair if I say that though.
Well,
It's
I thought-
Now
okay.
you failed.
It was time anyway.
Yeah, I was about to.
You were
I
just-
thought it was time. That's
You
why
were
I
just
said
so
it.
close that I was like, come on.
I thought it was time. That's why I said it. I was just like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't even
I didn't
fucking...
think.
Yeah, I didn't remember that cricket.
Yeah. I just really liked him just because, I don't know.
He's a cute
I-
little cricket.
Yeah.
I really liked Thanos. I was like, oh my god, he's a cricket.
Oh, I'm not sure how many people would get this one, but I feel like, Becca, you're going to. Oh, no, wait. Oh, this is Darren. Oh, shit. All right, Darren.
Even better.
Let me get this timer ready. I'm going to find something to do for 2 minutes. All right. Darren, in a past one-shot that gave a peek at the history of a group of drow that came to Athens and fought before they left peacefully with their wizard, Becca played Kasna, Brittany played Nightshade, Steven played Talios, Dylan played Arcoridon, and Macy played who?
Here. How was that work? Let me see. What were their names?
All right, Dan.
I got nothing. I can't remember.
Shatir.
I believe that was a D, not a T.
Shadir?
Shadir?
Shadaisy?
It was a German accent. Shatir. It's fine. You know what? Next time you see her, ask. And then I can correct it in my notes. Brittany,
What's up?
this one's not going to be any easier.
No, great, fantastic. All right, bring it on.
Your turn. In another one shot, a group of mercenaries from Faerun found their way to this world because a creation of Zeus was trying to flee back to it. Dylan played Packer 49, Macy played Saran, Kevin played Neil, and James played who?
Let me see. Hold on. I think I actually do have this
Oh.
one in my notes. Hold on. Where's the? Oh my God, where's the? Now, no, as I'm frantically looking, I'm trying to find the Athens fight notes. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this one, all because my notes are freaking a mess.
Do you want to take a guess?
What was his name? Because I know that he was. I remember the voice so distinctly. I couldn't even. I couldn't even. Just go ahead. Tell me what it was.
Bellin.
But yeah, there it is.
That
Watch
was
me like find the
Vettelkin
notes like as soon as
Cleric.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me watch me find the notes like as
Jesus,
soon as
Dylan. What the fuck?
I remember.
I'm so upset. I actually have the notes for that one.
He ended up before the fight of Athens.
Yep. Becca.
No.
All right, Dylan. I'm
Okay.
kidding. Becca, which player character did Artemis shoot and kill?
Oh, that was Miranda.
Miranda is not a player character, but I appreciate the.
It was Layla. I think
there
that's
you
what
go.
her name was.
Oh no.
If you know that so fast. Oh yeah, Miranda got shot.
Wow, that's rough.
Was
Zooming
it?
in, by
Fucking
the way.
hysterical.
Yes. It was Miranda. She got shot.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
It's fair. I won't tell her, don't worry. Nobody will hear about this.
I don't care.
Dylan. Speaking of Miranda's success stories, before inciting a fight between Oceanus and Zeus, Niskita did the dirty with what NPC?
I don't
Keep
want to
talking.
hear this one. Which time? What is that fucking island boy, cabana boy
Oh.
name? I don't even remember his name. I just wanted to block that whole thing out. Other than the fact that it was fun to torment Laurel with it. Because that was fucking hysterical. Yeah, no, skip. That I don't know it.
Skip.
You do want to take a shot in the dark? All right.
Greek something with an eus at the end.
I mean, it's close, but Vasilis.
That's it.
Yeah, that one. Darren?
Let's see.
Apollo was killed by Zaxel. His back was broken by Atlas. And before that, he was interacting with the party, and he got scared by the sight of who?
I was interacting with the party and he got scared by. I don't think it was us. I think it was a Titan. What's his name? Was it Perseus? You know, the giant monster that ripped through an entire dungeon?
No, that scared Todd, but not Apollo. Is that your guess, Persis?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no. It was Hyperion.
Oh.
Remember, I was using the whole firelight, or what was the spell called? Dancing lights. I kept saying that there was one more than there usually was, and that was because he was pretending to be one.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, I just remember it was when we rescued Perseus that he showed up.
Oh, that was Atlas. Oh, yeah, when he was like, now I'm gonna kill you, and then he got beat up.
Dog walked.
That happens sometimes, you can't bully everybody.
He got absolutely bodied by Dirt Man.
Yes. All right, Brittany.
But, yes.
Hi. The party fought a demon that could mind control people for a short period of time. Tyr gave true sight to someone. They got mind controlled, and then they critted on Tyr right after he buffed them. Name that character.
Why am I drawing a blank on that encounter? Now I feel a little foolish. I'm like, am I drawing a blank on that encounter? There was... Okay, describe that question one more time.
The party fought a demon that could mind control people for a short period of time. Tyr gave true sight to someone. They got mind controlled, and then they critted on Tyr right after he buffed them.
Okay.
It was True Strike.
Let's see. is true strike. Blouts.
Is that your answer, or is that a question?
No, that's my answer.
That is correct.
Okay.
Blow? Maybe? If I say it slow enough, I can change my answer mid-sentence. Oh, I can't ask you that. Since this is the last question, Becca, do you want to know what your question was about to be?
And let me just ask me and let me answer it.
Wait, have you gotten any others? Fuck no, you've
I've
already
gotten
gotten one.
No, please, just one more. I have done the worst out of everybody.
That's not true.
Mhm.
Wait, hold on. And Dylan has 1. Brittany has 2. Darren has 2.
At
You've
least
done-
let me
You've done
keep
better
doing
than
it.
James.
James isn't here. Come on.
How about if you get the next 2, I give it to you.
Oh,
This one's just funny.
okay.
What was Mavari's father's occupation?
He was a general and an advisor to the king.
If you
Get
were,
that wrong.
yeah, she stalled, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
I was just giggling.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's why I was like, you can't have this question. I think you're gonna know this one, so it's fine. What is Laurel's last name?
Oh, it's Lightwalker.
There you go. Because I was sitting there and I was like, man, what's a good question about Laurel? And I was like, you know what? I don't think her last name's really been brought up. Fuck it.
She has introduced herself a couple times as Laurel Lightwalker, so
Yeah, she does tend to.
yeah.
I feel
That's-
like she should change her last name to Beastwalker, though, because that would be so much fucking cooler.
Laurel Beastwalker.
I feel like a few last names have not been mentioned. Like, I don't think Bloutz's last name or Seltra's last name has been mentioned. I've mentioned Mavari's once, I think.
I thought
Yeah, I don't
Seltzer
have it.
didn't have a last name.
I have Seltra written down as Seltra no last name.
Wow.
No
That's
last name even.
Seltra doesn't have a last name.
Okay, I figured. I was like, I don't think Seltzer has a last name.
I also have Mavari as Mavari no last name, but that's because Bloutz doesn't know her last name.
All right, so here's how we did. Becca, you got 2 inspiration. Brittany, 2 inspiration. Dylan,
Yay.
2 inspiration. Or I'm sorry, 1 inspiration. My bad, bro. Darren, you have 2.
Yay!
Actually,
Give all
just to try to make things even here, because I don't want to put Dylan as the only person with 1. Dylan, I'm going to ask you a bonus question. And
Okay.
if you get it, you can have another one. You ready?
Sure.
Seltra's mother rescued him from what? Let me open my phone back up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
If I say it, you're going to feel silly. Do you want to take a minute to think about it?
He talks about it a lot, actually.
Was it a robot dinosaur?
Surprisingly, no.
It was spiderwebs.
That has never been brought up to Bloutz. He doesn't even know Seltra's afraid of spiders.
He didn't tell you about the spider pit?
Not
Yeah.
the spider hole.
Yeah, the
He's
spider hole.
talked. He's talked about it a few times, and it was in his backstory.
He almost got eaten by spiders.
I have to block so much out if Bloutz doesn't notice it or if I don't find it funny. Backstory
Okay.
trauma I don't find funny.
That's fair. All right. So everybody too except Dylan. Sorry.
Yep, I'm keeping the 1.
Okay.
You gave all the questions I would have answered, like, instantly to everyone else.
I think you'd get the rest of these pretty quickly. So
It's your weird patchwork of knowledge.
Like,
Alright.
you don't ever know what I'll know, but I'll know a lot of it. Like, I as soon as you were like, name one of your stepmothers, I'm like, oh, Minerva.
yeah, that was my favorite name. All right, guys. Let's get back into this. Let's get you into fucking Sparta.
Hello, my name is Dylan, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Hello again. Simply put, the party is still on its way to Sparta. They made it through the northern part of the countryside, got through some mountains, got through some valleys, partied with some cyclops, got in a fight with themselves. Laurel landed on LFD. Nobody really knew how to tell her about it. That was fun. And then the party got to the base of the mountain. A demon tried to trap them, a demon wizard of some kind, but some animals, some little forest babies, thwarted his plans, freed the party, and they actually never even knew about it. Although one of the forest babies ended up with a shit ton of gems, and so that was probably the peak of it. Tyr recognized that something magical was happening, and the rest of the party saw the foot tracks, but couldn't find where they led. So then they kept going, got into the little, kind of small hut village area, surpassing a plateau kind of mountain, small little mountain, to the right as they moved south, in between the river and that little plateau, kind of forming the natural barrier that surrounds Sparta. And as they started moving through this small space, or a small tribe area, they were kind of surrounded by darkness, smoke, and fire, magical fire on the ground. And this black smoke didn't seem really natural with the fire itself. And they quickly found out that there were these kind of shadowy mist black demons that would come out of the smoke and attack them randomly, kind of blending into the smoke, becoming invisible. Blouts, however, headed right, or as we have now learned to call it, west, and he found a temple of Artemis, which was demon-free and had some things that were supernatural going on with it, but he looked for treasure and then said, fuck it, and left. Head south, on the opposite side of the small village, managed to dodge a few encounters, and as somebody who can see the GM layer, I'm telling you, managed just to miss them. But he did. He kind of just, I guess, got bored and then started heading east again, and then he is coming upon the party. But at that same time, Seltra had moved a little more south of the party after he seems, now that I think about it, to be the point of ambush for everybody, because this is not the first time it's happened. He was looking inside of a building, and a little shadowy demon came behind him, attacked him, and then tried to flee back into the smoke, and they did. He cast Fairy Fire, but they were able to make the dex save, so they are not outlined. Laurel, looking inside of a building, was looking at Mavari as she approached, and a little demony creature started appearing behind her that Laurel saw, but then she looked over her own shoulder and saw that there was one that was forming next to her. At the same time, Tyr is on top of the building. He will be casting basic spells today. And Razmi is inside the building, unaware of what is really going on outside of it. She has recently covered a dead woman, her dead husband, and her dead child with a blanket, and she is talking to them and doing her own thing. I'll let you all figure that out, because that's fun. Laurel, are you ready to get underway?
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right. It is your turn. You know what? Hold on, let me roll a stealth check with him real quick. What's your passive?
Well, I'm in big ol' werewolf form now, so my passive is a 16.
Okay. So he actually has a 16 stealth right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move him to the token layer, because I can do that decently quick now. And you see him, and you will not have disadvantage on this attack. So you kind of see the one behind Mavari, but at the same time you see the one next to you. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to claw at it, given that,
There you are.
given that I see it now. The first hit is 21.
21 will hit.
The second hit for the claw is a 26.
A 26 will hit. Jesus.
Third claw is a 23.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the bite attack is a 26 as well.
Yeah, they're all gonna hit.
Man, also close to a natural 20. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Can you guys hear that?
What is it?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, it sounds like a dog kind of barking.
He's dreaming right now.
Aw, that's adorable.
He's dreaming right now, and I don't want to say. I don't want to.
Leave it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. All right.
That is Laurel's battle cry.
Sleeping, dreaming dog. Okay, so it's
Great.
okay. So 13 on the first hit,
Yes, ma'am.
16 on the second hit,
Oh dear.
18. Wow, it just keeps climbing. 18 on the third hit, and
I will remind you, these are weak to radiant. So if any of that is radiant damage, go ahead and double it.
I'm a werewolf right now. I don't do radiant damage.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's all right. It's cool. Don't worry. I have the wherewithal to. Come on.
I kind of just described it before, but by now you guys know what's up.
Yeah. Okay. And then 13 for the bite.
Alrighty. And just as a reminder, these are creatures that are made just out of this dark shadow, and they stand between 6 and 8 feet tall, and they do not do any physical damage. It is all mental. So the only thing, like Selch right now, he's taking a good chunk of damage, but he just has a bloody nose, maybe a little blood in the ears. Seltra, how's your hit points?
Not great. 13.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I didn't think you were that low. Alright, so maybe a little blood in the eyes too. a lot of brain damage going on there. Alright, Laurel, do you want to move? You could always go inside that building behind you and then just shut the door. Like,
Nah.
pass.
Nah. I will. As a matter of fact, I will move, but only just a little bit. I'm going to move just a little bit to the right, a little closer towards Mavari, but I'm not going out of the threat range.
I don't like telling you this, but I have to. Do you remember that you're hasted?
Do I remember? No, I don't remember that I'm hasted.
Oh. Do you want to do something else?
I'll do. If that's the case, then I'll do one more attack on old buddy.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Ouch. Okay. That's cool. That's fine. All right. Cool. So then, 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And this will be a bite attack. No, that's not correct. There we go. 15.
Oh, okay. 15 points of damage.
Yes, and then.
That dude took a lot.
Alright, I'm cool.
Alrighty. I put a little boot in your thingamabopper to signify you and Blouts have haste.
Thank you.
Because I don't know what the haste icon looks like. So.
I just make it up. When I see the icons, I'm
That's
like,
fair.
okay, you represent this today. So yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's for the best. Rasmi doesn't know what's going on, so she's still in there just doing her thing, but she is also concentrating on that haste. Blouts, it is your turn. I would assume that Laurel doesn't fight silently. She is not a ninja. So you have a pretty decent passive perception. So despite the black mist around you and the distance that they have, well, actually, wait, what's your devil sight range again?
120 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you can actually see them. It's a little distorted because of the mist, but for the most part, yeah, you can see that up in front of you, to the left, is this kind of misty demon that is next to Laurel, and then she is a werewolf, and she beat the shit out of him. Ahead of her, about 10-15 feet, is Mabari. She has one. Actually, he did pretty good on stealth, so Mabari. And then you can see LFD up there to your right, around kind of in front of a building coming around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that I can run up and swang
How far away is he?
35
Hold on,
feet.
let me find this. Can you move 35 feet?
Hasted, according to you.
Oh, fucking shit. Yeah, I guess you can. I hope you trip.
You want to roll a percentile, and if it hits 100, I'll trip for you?
That would be funny, but no, because with your luck, it would be 100.
Come on, do it.
Actually, no, that's Darren's luck. I'm sorry. With your luck, it'll be a 1. Wait, here we go. Okay, you ready?
20.
23.
Danielle will follow
wait.
behind, but it's time for a thrice swang.
Uh-oh. And that guy... Oh, well, never mind.
16 to hit.
That'll hit. I was going to say he looks damaged, but he's just a cloud of black, like, mist, so...
13 to hit.
Hey, that doesn't hit.
And a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
He does not have Hunter's Mark, but my sword is still ignited because I've been using it as a torch practically.
Hello. Is there anybody out there?
15 points of damage, 7 points of fire, 8 points of slashing.
Alrighty.
Followed by 9 points of slashing and 8 points of fire. And Danielle's reaction is another 3 points of lightning. And you know what would be hysterical?
As the lightning hits him, it just kind of courses over him and dissipates, and you don't think it has any effect.
Dang. Wouldn't it be crazy if Danielle bit him?
I think it would be amazing if there was a useful companion on the field.
Danielle is gonna
Look at you,
munch.
Him and LFD actually have the same to hit, I think.
A plus 7. 17 to hit from Danielle.
Yep, that'll do. Darren, is that it? Is it a plus 7?
Now, is he immune to lightning damage? It is the question.
I don't know. I said what I said. Do what you're gonna do.
Well, in that case, he takes 6 points of piercing, 1 point of lightning.
Yeah, the lightning does not seem to affect him at all.
Alright. Well, Danielle still bit him. And
Yep.
that'll be turn. As the
Alright.
dragon and the knight run up and starts.
Man. Alright. So, this guy is going to... Yes. Uh-huh. How bright is your sword?
20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light, so 40 feet total.
It is the bright light that matters to me. Becca, don't be mad. I gotta pick on you.
Okay.
He's gotta get out of this bright light. And it's either you or Tyr, and that'd be mean.
I thought he was right next to me anyway, from the way the episode ended last time.
Oh, this is awkward. That's a different one.
Oh, okay. So I am definitely surrounded.
Yeah. So that one kind of dissipates away from you. Blouts kind of turn into this black kind of vapory mist, and then you see it appear next to Mavari, and it looks very shadowy, very dim, almost like it's blending in with the smoke behind it. As you see it swing down at her, Mavari, does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, you are going to take 43 points of psychic damage as he kind of steps next to you and then swings down. Alrighty. And then that... Actually, he's gonna run.
Can I use my reaction to cast where is it? Hellish Rebuke? And he'll have to make a dexterity saving throw.
If memory serves,
Mhm.
I don't want you to.
Yeah.
Because it does the bad damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to make a dex save. Oh no. That's an 11?
Yeah, that's a fail. Takes...
If you roll high, you could kill it with your reaction.
Let's see... Let me make sure I got the right amount of damage. Oh, it was almost the wrong dice. 12 points of radiant damage.
So 24. I'll go ahead and tell you right now. He has 15 hit points.
Hey.
He's going to try to flee where the fire used to be
Mm-hmm.
that Seltra dispelled. And it's at the bottom of the building next to Tyr. Do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
With what? My fist? I've also
Sure.
used my reaction.
Oh, yeah. Alright, never mind. My bad. Although, if you want to punch him, that could be free. That'd be funny.
Sure. I'll try punching him. What's my to hit?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you proficient with punching?
Absolutely not.
Go ahead and roll your strength
7.
bonus. Yeah. It's close, but not quite. Not really making it. You whiff the wind. Alright, after that, Seltra, it is your turn. You can see from your vantage point at the front of this kind of group of buildings where the smoke is thicker, going more towards Sparta than everybody else. You're the furthest south. You see Mavari behind you. You could have seen that creature appear behind her, kind of swipe at her, and then run away. But you also have a very clear line of sight to it. You just happen to have a clear line of sight to it. But you also know that there's one near you that recently attacked you and then disappeared into the smoke. So that's still around you. Fairy Fire is still going for, I think, a minute.
Yeah.
And then you know that a lot of people are on the other side of the buildings from you. So you're kind of isolated in that way.
I'm going to take a shot at the one that attacked Mavari.
This is kind of some Robin Hood shit. Just like through, because there's like a narrow 5-foot path. That's all you got because of buildings on your left and your right. So you're just kind of like shooting in between them. Right into this like fucking misty demon.
Because I can't see the other one, so I'll take it. I'll take my shot.
Take it.
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah. That like really hits.
Alright, so that's... that's 8. So that's 14 piercing damage and then 8 radiant damage.
Alright. So the 14 damage he barely takes, but that bit of radiant damage kind of surrounds him in this light, and then you see him just kind of go out and dissipate, like blowing out a candle.
Alright, that's 1. And they keep hiding in the smoke?
Yes, sir.
Alright, here's how I'm gonna...
You've kind of seen them hiding outside of the smoke, but they seem to flee back into the smoke whenever they're not hiding. I'll let you make of that what you will, but that's what you've noticed.
Darn it, this only works for boats.
Did you just say this only works for boats?
Yes.
What are you... I'm sorry, my curiosity is piqued. What are you looking at?
The feather token. The fan, it only...
Oh.
Yeah, it only works on boats. It doesn't just blow smoke. It doesn't just...
that would have been clever.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to blow all the smoke away, but it only works on boats. And I don't have gust of wind or anything like that, so... Damn.
I think that's how Karist problem solved a long time ago.
Let's see. Can I use my bonus action to see if I can perceive the one that hit me?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's see. Oh, my perception's not great, but it's better than getting smacked in the mouth again.
You could roll a nat 20. It's all good.
Oh my god, I didn't. It was a 14.
He rolled like shit. You actually kind of see him. So he's almost directly in the middle of your fairy fire, but also where the smoke is the thickest. And you just kind of see the smoke moving just slightly. And while the rest of it is just still in the air, you can assume that's where your shot's supposed to be.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot his too. 26 hit.
Oh my god, you're really angry. yeah, that'll hit.
Felter has a really good bonus to hit with a bow. It's just that I've always been rolling below 10.
Oof.
That damage is trash. At 7 piercing damage and 4 radiant damage.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you see the light envelop it, and you hear this, like, kind of a hiss of wind, so you know it hurt, but you feel a little disappointed for whatever reason.
Fair. I don't want to get close to Mavari because I don't want it to go over there. I will stand between Mavari and, like, in this little area, the narrow walkway between houses. I'll stand there and have LFD stand next to me. so that it has to unfortunately go through me to get there to get to everybody else.
Mavari, are you hasting? Are you concentrating on haste?
No, I'm concentrating on control water.
I just kind of thought about it, but
I
right now the way the party dynamic is everybody can be hasted by somebody else.
yeah.
Damn. All right. Keep pointing your little hose.
Yeah, even I rolled a
let's see.
constitution check to see if I made it though. It was very
You
quietly.
ready to do it again?
Yeah. No.
Oh no, wait. Oh, the one beside you rolled like garbage. I forgot about that. Never mind. Okay, where's Blouts and his stupid bright light? Okay. So, Seltra, where the one is that was in the smoke, you kind of see the smoke whiff into like this little kind of swirl, and then you're looking, and your eyes are kind of panning around, and you see the shadow take shape right in front of you as it's swinging down. 20 to hit.
Shield.
Bummer. All right, second little claw. What about a 10? Does that get it?
Nope.
Damn. All right, so this guy goes up there, whiffs you, and he's got to run. Man, I don't know if I want to run back. He's gonna squeeze, so he's gonna lose a bit of movement, and then he's gonna get right there. Do you want to take about? Oof, English. Do you want to take an attack of opportunity with Seltra?
I have to do it with LFD. I can't do it with Seltra. Seltra has a bow.
Oh yeah.
8. 26.
Way to go, LFD.
He did something.
And it's force damage, so it's all gonna go through. Wait.
Yeah,
right?
I did something.
Yeah.
I mean, beat boop. Let's see. +4, okay. 9 damage.
All right. No resistance, no immunity. All goes through. He's kind of getting into the smoke, but not quite there, so he is very visible. All right. After that, Mavari, it is your turn. The one appeared behind you, swung at you, tried to flee back to where the fire was put out. The fire was dispelled a little north of that. And then you saw a arrow come by, whiz by you, kill it. And then Seltra kind of ran up between the buildings. He's like, hey, guys. No. Laurel's in front of you. Beat the shit out of that guy who was a werewolf. Blouts has joined the fight, and he brought with him some bright light. What do you want to do?
The one that was by me when the fight started. Have I seen it or did it disappear?
Wait, what?
I was just trying to remember. Have all of the ones that were here? There was one by Seldra, one by Laurel, and then there was a third one by me.
Yes.
Which wasn't the one Blouse fought, because that was the one by
Nope.
Laurel.
He actually rolled above your passive perception
Okay.
with his stealth.
So
So you don't notice him yet.
Right. Oh, I'm really, really hurt. Mavari is just standing there, like, almost crumpled over as blood is just running from her mouth and her nose. 43 damage is almost her entire hit points. Yeah.
Hey.
So Mavari is going to drop control water
Spadoosh.
and start concentrating on another spell, which is a lot more helpful in this situation. And she's going to cast Spirit Guardians around her.
Oh, fuck.
And so now
Doesn't that last 10 minutes?
yeah, it's a 15-foot circle or sphere around Mavari.
Here's the thing. I don't like you.
That's fine. That also, it hits Laurel and yeah, there you go.
I didn't know if I did that right.
Yeah, you did. She wants to move, but scared.
Actually, before you do, does anybody need to make a save as soon as it comes up?
I believe that it's the start of their turns in it. But the creature's movement is halved when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn in there. So it says the first time on a turn. So that's however you want to word it.
I think he's going to lose his ability either way because he's going to take damage before he actually gets his attack off.
Yeah, because this is essentially like what it says.
Balls. All right. Check this shit out.
But that's.
Let's see if I did this right.
I think that's the end of Mavari's turn.
All right, Tyr. Looking over the edge of the building, he's going to see the one that attacked Seltra and try to flee. And he's going to say something really witty and intelligent. And then cast Banishment. And then the creature has to make a save that I think is Wisdom. Banishment. Charisma. Fuck. Alright, Oh. Well, that's a 9. Okay. So he's going to point his finger at it, say some intelligent shit, some sagey stuff, and the creature is going to then poof and disappear. After that, now we get to talk about the one that was behind you. Oh, Mavari. How are you doing today?
I'm hurting.
It's fair. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does the 26 hit?
It does, but they still have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, oh, I gotta delete that. Wisdom saving throw. That's a 16.
That is the thing, but they still take half damage.
Which means he doesn't get his attack. Ooh, and it's radiant. Alright, so go ahead and roll your damage out.
16 points of radiant damage. As my, smoke demon thing arises from her own shadow and attacks it.
Yeah, it, goes to swing and then kind of ducks up out of the way, so it gets an awkward swing off on you. 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That's still
but it doesn't get that sweet damn. Ugh, 15 points of damage.
Yeah, Mavari's down.
Alright. And, I mean, he's looking in front of him. He sees the werewolf, the guy with Hercules' bow, the guy with the flaming sword. I'm gonna go ahead and use his second attack on Mavari. Hit her, and then flee. So he's going to flee away into the smoke, but he's not gonna get to vanish yet. But Mavari, that is 2 death saves. After that, Laurel, it is your turn. You saw what just happened to Mavari. What do you want to do?
Hold on. The situation is dire. I've been checking, my spell lists and stuff like that. And see what I want to do. I'm going to use... I'm still hasted because it was Razmi and not Mavari, if I'm correct. Who hasted me?
Yeah, Mavari hasn't hasted anybody. Tyr hasted Bloutz, Razmi hasted Laurel.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my actions. I believe it's an action to change back. Yeah, I believe it's an action to change back. And then, can I use, my hasted second action to stabilize Mavari? I'm going to do Lay on Hands. And I'm going to give her 20.
I mean, I don't know what kind of action that is, so I'm just going to say yeah.
Huh?
Because you could take an attack action, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know what kind of action that Lay on Hands is, so we're just going to say yeah, you can do it.
Okay, alrighty. It just says as an action.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to Lay on Hands 20 for Mavari. And then...
Right.
Let's see. I am going to actually position myself in between Mavari and Seltra, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Razmi is going to see this creature kind of passing in front of the door, and then step out, hearing what's going on, and she's actually going to... She's going to see Mavari and Laurel over there. And then she's going to use a couple of abilities. And she is going to use a very big fiery boom on this demon. And he has to make a dex save. Oh, that's a good time to roll an 8. Enjoy. So she's going to do this. And then with her ability, it becomes that. At the end of blah blah. Oh, and it sheds bright light for a 30-foot radius. So it cannot turn invisible. So that's fun. And he is going to take 48 points of damage. Alrighty. And that is the end of her turn. After that, Blouts, it is your turn. You're decently far away. You can't see it directly, but you saw where it ran to. And you saw it knock Mavari to the ground.
Well, I think an appropriate reaction would be to move over, passing up Mavari just a little bit. Ginyel will follow and kind of safeguard her. As soon as he rounds this corner around the building to the west, does he spot it?
Yeah,
no?
You can see it's emitting this bright light, and then you see Razmi looks angry, and she's about 10 feet in front of it.
Alright. Laurel is... He sees Laurel handling Mavari. He is going to bonus Hunter's Mark it, pointing out a little red dragon's going to fly above it.
Mm-hmm.
And just going to double check something. Because he had Hunter's Mark and it lasts an hour, so there should still be... Doesn't cost him a spell slot. Alrighty. So I can detect it. If I want to, I have advantage to find it. But now that it's Hunter's marked, Ginyel is going to stay there. Okay, he has exactly enough to get there. So he's going to dash up, passing Tyr with a gentle pat on Tyr's shoulder, because it's Tyr. He hasn't seen Tyr in a second. And he's going to swing thrice.
Alrighty.
First hit's 22.
That'll hit.
The second hit's 27.
That'll hit.
Third hit's 23.
That'll hit. If you have any radiant damage, go ahead and double it.
I don't.
If you have any lightning damage, go ahead and just leave it out.
Okay, so no lightning damage.
Yeah, so standing in front of it now, seeing it very clearly, because it was always kind of a misty form, you can see now that it has these like long fingers that just end in these claws, and it actually has a tail, and it seems to be just mostly bone at this point. You can see it has two small curled horns that almost resemble goat horns, and it has like this moving face as it glares down at you. You can see just rows of teeth.
Gross. The first hit's going to be 17 points of slashing damage, 7 points of fire. Second hit's going to be a solid 19 points of slashing, 8 points of fire. And the final hit is a lovely 9 points of slashing, 7 points of fire.
Alrighty. Mm-hmm.
And that will be turned. Ginyel takes the dodge action before Mavari.
Alright, Mavari, you look over and you see Ginyel over there kind of dodging around.
He's wiggity watching.
I wish I
right.
could picture what that looks like for a dragon.
You know the Dance Till You're Dead dog?
Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it's a giant, like, sized dragon.
Nice.
Sautra,
Yeah.
we are back at the top of the next round. It is your turn. You can't see the demon behind the building that you're on the side of, but you can see this bright light that is shining against the building in front of you, kind of to the right of Laurel and Mavari and Dancing Ginyel.
Step around Moari, and I'm going to take 2 shots at the smoke monster that knocked her out. At least I think that's the one.
All right.
29.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was a natural one. So 13.
You know what's sad is it's only one away from hitting. That's rough.
So that's 13 piercing damage and 7 radiant damage.
All right. he had 13 hit points. So with the 7 radiant, which turns into 14, he is a dead one. So as that shot hits him, you see this like radiant damage kind of go in the center of him and span out from there until his whole body just seems to evaporate. But like I said to Blouts, you can now see his real form, and it just seems to disappear and just like kind of melt. You don't see any more threats. You don't feel any more. You know that, well, you may not know, but Tyr banished one. And so that happened. But he is overlooking the side of the building, holding his hand up, kind of in anticipation, if anything else. Mavari, it is your turn. You're on the ground, but you feel pretty healthy.
God, it's so scary to stand up. Mavari will like sit up and like look around, like wiping blood from her mouth and nose. I don't think we should stay here.
I agree.
This looks like hellfire, and I think we should just go.
I don't know.
We can't
what
help
that
the
means.
dead.
I agree. Where to?
I don't remember which way we were going for Sparta. My head hurts, and she like grabs her head and uses the rest of her time to stand up. And that is the end of Mavari's turn.
Alright. Tyr just stands up there and he says something intelligent and says, I'll follow you guys very quietly and not argue about anything. And then Laurel, it's your turn.
Alrighty. All we can see is smoke. Do we see any sort of indication, like a I don't know, a break in the fire, like a high ground, any place that looks like, like, oh, Sparta.
Yeah. So from your point of view, you see the demons up in the sky above Sparta, which I think Blouts or somebody said that's where you're going. Kind of to your north or to your right, there's the fire in between the buildings. To the south of the view is mostly smoke. There's a little bit of flickering light, so you think there's more fires that way, but maybe a smaller amount of them. But it looks like Sparta is to your south.
To the south. All right, then. Well, we have to get to the south, to Sparta, so to the south we go. I am going to... Mavari, are you okay to walk? Do you want me to carry you?
I'm fine, and Mavari is gonna just wait until it's her turn to start walking.
Okay, alright. Then...
Did I fall over?
Then I'm going to start making my way south. But I will be holding my action. If anything attacks me, I'm swinging back. So...
Seems like a pretty good idea.
Let me see. I'm trying to, like, look, because it's dynamic lighting.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Going to go down 15 feet. Great looking area. I see like a little light to my left that's like quite a ways off. Can I tell what that is?
So to Brittany's left or Laurel's left, moving south?
Moving south, it would be Brittany's left, Laurel's right.
Okay. So there are a few fires that way, smaller than what's behind you.
Does it look like a raging fire? Oh my goodness, sorry. Does it look like a raging fire, or does it look controlled fire?
It doesn't seem very angry. I wouldn't call it controlled either, though.
Okay, alright, I guess that's fair. So a normal fire. Then we will... I'll move like another... I don't want to like just leave the party, so that's why I'm moving kind of slow. But again, I am holding my action. So if anything...
I mean, y'all can like hold your actions enough to move as a party if y'all wanted to. But the problem there is you can't hold an attack. So...
That's up to y'all.
It's
I'd be
your
okay with
turn.
moving as a party,
Moving as a party? Okay.
but that depends on everyone else's choice too.
We
I
must
would like to
move
move
as an
forward.
absolute unit.
I would like to move the party.
Hmm.
All right, then. So what? Did they just move on my turn, or how do you want to do this?
You've already moved, so you can't hold your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you actually haven't used your action, so yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could hold your action to move, but then everybody would you would just wait out your turns, let everybody catch up to you. Y'all could form a group, and then just hold your actions, and then use your reaction to use your action to everybody move 30 feet, or at least the slowest person's movement speed. Talk amongst yourself, blah blah, and then just work it out that way. And then just nobody would have reactions, and nobody would have actions. But that means if a fight started, you would be all grouped up and together.
Not gonna lie, that kind of confused the shit out of me, but sure, I'll just sit here for now.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the easiest way I know how to say it. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was like, I don't. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll just
it's
stay
not
here.
exactly.
I'll just stay here.
I mean, the other thing you could do is just move 10 feet at a time to where everybody's in sight within everybody's like close range stuff,
I'll be here forever.
and then hold your actions
I'll just
for attacks
I'll
if
just
something
move,
shows.
hold my action, and then wait for everybody to catch up.
Okay. After that is Rasby. She is going to look inside the building and then kind of walk by Blouts and look up at Tyr and say, "Are you coming?" And then he's going to nod, and she's going to keep walking. She's going to walk up to Mavari, smile. "Are you okay?"
As good as I'll be. Are you?
"I'm very well, thank you." And then she's going to walk to be beside Saltra and just going to stop there. Blouts, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. I'm gonna regroup with the party. Gonna. Everybody's over here, and he's going to actually call out to everybody. Bright light stops them from attacking. Everyone group up. And then he's going to just hold his sword up and hold his action to move with the rest of this group.
Is anybody a fan of He-Man?
Yes.
Like, he holds up his sword and he's like, "I
He has
have
the light."
power."
Yeah.
It's awesome. Alright.
And I'll be his
So,
turn.
what?
Bonus action, Geniel will do the same.
Hold up his sword also?
Yeah, he also holds up a sword that you guys didn't know he had. It says slay the gods. It does 9,000 d6 radiant damage to anything that's a god.
Unfortunately, it has to be used in a hand specifically by a dragon, and Geniel can only hold it with his mouth.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Oof, that's rough. Alright, so if you guys want, we can spend a couple of turns. And unfortunately, that means Blouts will be missing a turn. So, I guess 3 turns to wait for Blouts. Because Haze will drop then. And then Laurel's will drop 2 turns after that. But by then, Tyr can get up to you. You guys as a group. Yes. I'll up to you also. You guys as a group could then move with each other. And if you stay in the bright light, you actually not be attacked.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about telling you that straight up, but it is what it is. Does anybody doubt Blouts' statement?
I don't think
No,
we have
trust
a
Blouts.
reason to. Blouts is the only one who doesn't look fucked up, and he has the bright sword.
And I trust Blouts.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean, I can't think of a reason that you wouldn't, but I just wanted to ask just in case you were like, don't assume that I would just follow this man around. Alright, so unfortunately, you guys can move safe. I mean, you guys fortunately move through here safely. I'm sorry, English, it's not really good for me.
Oh,
My bad.
I'm sure.
No hablo inglés. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and turn off dynamic lighting and let you see the whole map.
Thank God.
Because you have free reign. What was that? I'm gonna listen back later. But I'm gonna make it louder. I'm gonna look at you, and I'm gonna fucking email you,
Please do.
fucker. All right. So since you guys have free reign at this point, I'm going to close the turn order. Can you see where I'm pinging? Over here. Way south. So once you guys get past the fiery buildings and everything like that, Mavari, will you roll an intelligence check for me? Please.
Show.
Thank you. Borizzle.
21.
A 21. So, you had a dream. And in this dream, a gentleman snuck out of a hidden entrance in a forest. Or at least a small group of trees that was at the back of some kind of cliffside. And then he went to a building to get fruit. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay. It's starting to look a little familiar. Like, at first you're kind of sitting there like, man, like I've seen this before. And you're looking at the trees, you're looking at the buildings, and you see on the side of one of the buildings, it looks like there's some kind of demonic creature wrapped up in roots, pulled against the ground. All you can see is kind of flesh and bone crunched under roots. So you think you might be exactly where you had that dream.
Oh.
I've seen this before. I told y'all about the dream, so it's not like it's entirely crazy. It's still crazy, but she did talk about it.
Yeah, still a little crazy.
Mhm.
Is it good?
Maybe? I don't know. I think we're getting close to Sparta. But
Well,
there
that's
was...
If you start following... Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you start following where you saw the man walk back from,
Mm-hmm.
everything will look very familiar, and you'll kind of get to the back of that cliffside.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So standing there is a man. He seems to be leaning against the rock side, and he's smiling, and it looks like he's peeling an orange with a small little knife. He has a spear in between his arm at kind of the bend of it. He has a shield on his back, a very large shield. It looks kind of too big for him, but it's not one that even Laurel would use. So that's kind of weird. He does have shin guards, bracers, and he has a helmet, but it's kind of pulled up to where you can see his face. He's probably mid-30s. He looks rough. Doesn't look like he's bathed in weeks. He has long kind of curled hair. His face is real kind of like rugged. His beard is growing out a little bit. It looks very unkempt. But he kind of looks like he's kind of humming to himself. And he looks at you guys as you approach. Who here has a passive perception above 17?
Ooh.
Or 17 and above,
I
sorry.
have 17.
I have 18.
Okay. All right. So, Bloutz and Mavar, you will notice two things. One,
Black.
there's men kind of perched against trees near you. You almost see what is probably spears, maybe swords, but it doesn't look so much that they are stealthing. It looks more like they just are staying still, and it's dark, and so they're blending in with the brush. Like they've done this a lot, and they are just very, very dedicated to what they are doing, and they will not be moving and barely breathing. Like they are very good. One of the other things you notice is one of the trees seems to have yellow eyes that are just watching you go by. But as you approach, the man just continues to peel the orange.
Laurel, you're the charismatic one.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Come on, face. Go be the face.
Mavari is gonna duck herself behind the rest of the party. I think she can hide behind Bloutz a little bit. She's the most
Okay.
demonic looking in the group.
I shall.
So
Yeah.
the people in the tree see you duck behind.
I shall raise my hand.
Mhm.
Hello.
He cuts off a piece of orange and kind of eats a little bit and looks at you. He says, "Greetings. Who and what are you all? I've never heard of any creatures like some of you."
Well, my name is Laurel Lightwalker, and these are my companions. That consists of half elves, drow, and other various races. But we are currently looking to get to the city of Sparta. Who might you be?
He nods, like he just is accepting everything you're saying. He kind of spits out a seed. "My name is Spartiate Myron, and these are my companions." And he just points at the ground. And then he looks at you and he says, "Did the underworld spit you out? I've never heard of any of that."
Well, I tilt my head a little bit. Yeah, kinda. Is that a thing? Can that happen?
Oh, if you make bad deals, sure.
I wouldn't really say that a deal with the underworld was made. So yes and no. But we mean you no harm. As long as you don't mean us any harm.
Oh, well. I don't mean you any harm yet, but I don't know why you're here. So, how can I help you?
We were sent here by a benefactor to try and talk to the soldiers of Sparta. And I'm sort of looking at him, and I'm like,
He smirks at that a little bit.
I'm going to make the boldest of assumptions and say that you may be one of those soldiers.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people who wanted to learn our ways over the years, or wanted to be a spy, or wanted to learn and talk to the Spartans, the mighty force. But why would I let you into Sparta?
You know what? We're complete strangers, and I'm pretty certain you've already gleaned that things have gotten pretty sticky. As far as the demonic threat and everything is concerned, so that's a very good question.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Because as far as the role is concerned, because we were told. I'm really trying to think of a good answer.
Madam, you have to understand. My city is on fire. Half the people I've ever known, at least, are all dead. Most of the Spartan army is dead. The king, he's dead. The Euphories, they're dead. General Lysander is the leader because he's the only one left. So, the only reason we are still alive is because we are actually preparing for another attack. So all of the hoplites were prepared for battle. So if you don't mind, I would like to know why you, a group of armed individuals, are approaching our back entrance to our fine city.
If it helps, we thought it was the front.
We really did think it was the front. We're not from around here, if you couldn't tell.
He just kind of frowns.
Also, this was the first direction we came from, so...
Yeah, we're, again, I felt how I sort of gesture to all of us, we're kind of out-of-towners, we're not from around here.
If you want, we can go around and go to the front side.
He smiles, kind of laughs a little bit. You'll die there.
It's crazy.
If it's any consolation, we don't like this demon threat any more than you do. As a matter of fact, we've been dealing with it for a very long time. And if it's help that you want, it's help that we can provide you.
Make a persuasion check.
Gotcha. Da-da-da-da-da.
Actually, do it with an advantage because Bloutz is kind of chipping in.
Hell yeah. Alright, cool. I got a pretty decent persuasion. Alrighty. Can we do better? 23.
You see he drops his shoulders a little bit and he says, "Listen, most of us are, at this point, fighting because we have families. There's children, there's women. The women, they fight better than most of us. But that's because we are scared of our women here. The children, they can't do anything.
I like women.
We fight for them. Unfortunately, allies are slim. I would love to have help, but you are unique-looking creatures or other races, and you said the underworld spat you out. That makes it very hard to trust you.
Kind of.
You must understand.
Let's spat out more. We just kind of, I can't say walked out. We teleported out.
It was a very strange circumstance. Trust me. It was a very strange circumstance. And I completely understand your hesitation. Where I come from, if someone were to say that we were spat out of the underworld, I would have my hesitations too. But right now, I don't think we have the... trying to think of the word. We don't have the time for hesitations, and I gesture up to the swirling cloud of demons. We are here to help. Our methods, I will tell you right now, are going to look unorthodox. But we've been fighting these things. We fought our way here. Fought our way through here. And I promise you, those demons are not our friends. We can help you.
I appreciate it. I really do. But we've been fighting them back for over a month. And I don't think, 5 individuals are going to fight back a demon army that has creatures in there larger than buildings. They just haven't been able to get through yet.
Well, one of us has a dragon, the other one has a machine, and another one is just very, very good at what she does. as well as the other one I gestured a tear back there. And I have my own afflictions, but I've been able to get a handle on it. We're stronger than we look.
You're proposing to fight an army?
Would it be the first time?
And I'm certain it won't be the last.
Go ahead and roll another persuasion check.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Go ahead and do it with advantage because of damn blouts.
His sudden intrusions are helping somehow.
On, go higher. Ooh, 22.
Alright. He says, I don't think you're going to be able to help. Really. I appreciate it, and I think you might be serious, but either way, I'll let you talk to the general. I mean, you've made it this far, so you must be good at arms. But, I mean, we'll find some use for you. We'll walk through the tunnels here. I'll guide you, and then you can talk to General Lysander. Alright?
Very well. Lead the way.
So everybody starts walking through. About halfway through, you come to a very strange sight. He says, as he walks through, and he starts kind of walking carefully and slowly, he says, do not touch anything here. Step slowly. Stay in the middle of the tunnel. And on the ground, you see small, white, waxy chunks that resemble hard blocks of salt. And it gives off like a strange aroma that would probably cause headaches if you stayed too long here. On the wall to your left, as you walk through, there are chunks of yellow gems. You're not really sure exactly what they are. Actually, if anybody cared to make a nature check, you might know what they are. On the wall to your right, there is a large pile of some kind of salt. Again, not really completely sure what that is, but nature check if you want to know. Other than that, you guys can just walk right through.
I'm not a dwarf, I don't care about minerals.
I'll take a look.
It's fair.
Nature check?
Go ahead and take a look.
My nature isn't whole.
Nature.
23.
Oof. Alright. So, you think that on the left wall, it is sulfur. And on the right wall, it's potassium nitrate.
I can make a bomb out of it.
You, Celtra, think you're walking through the middle of a giant bomb.
So do y'all know what that stuff is, or you just...
He smiles and just keeps walking. You see, he looks back at you over his shoulder, smiling. He says, "Walk carefully."
I'd advise against touching any of this stuff.
I wasn't going to. He specifically told us not to.
Tyr says, "It smells funny. What does it do?"
Blow up.
You see Razmi like covers the tattoos on her arms, like tries to be as invisible as possible.
It's okay, it only hurts once.
We've been there. No. Mavari, how's your hiding going?
Probably not super well.
Okay. I will say that with your intelligence check, from what you remember earlier, the eyes in the tree was probably the Titan.
Mm-hmm.
She was probably just watching and making sure you guys were okay. Or she was keeping track of the weather, who's to really say. Alright. So as you guys walk through, you come up to a group of Spartans. They're all wearing the red tunic, helmet, brass shin guards, brass bracers. Two of them introduce themselves as Spartiate Valeritos and Leptorus. And they seem very intrigued by you guys. They want to know where you came from, who you are. They're looking at your weapons. One of them is like, "That bow looks oddly familiar."
No, it doesn't.
Damn.
I get that a lot. Sure, it's
Blast
coincidence.
You walk past men leaning against walls on the ground as it kind of turns from a cave into a building. And there are men that look just tired, and a couple of them have nodded off. Some of them are eating like dried bread, and the bread looks questionable at best, but it's food. Most all of them don't really say anything to you. They just watch. And then as you're kind of walking through slowly, you do see that one guy actually runs through this cave tunnel, and he's yelling for Spartiate Myron. And he's like, "Sir! Sir!" The guy's like, "Yes." And he says, "This is Spartiate Makis. He was one of the men that was posted outside. No offense to you, but we didn't know you." And he says, "Sir, demons have followed them. They have smelled them. They are in the tunnels." And Mavari, would you please make a perception check?
Sure.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna use your passive perception because you have shit perception, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you have the highest passive perception. You hear like light whispering as kind of an echo around you, but you look around and you don't see anything. You just kind of got a weird feeling. But
Can I insight
they
check that
say,
guy?
Which one?
The one who said that
Yeah,
demons
go ahead.
followed us.
Insight check him.
Okay.
Spartiate Makis.
What is my modifier? Where is it? Oh, not good. 19.
Fear, hysterics. You can imagine that most of these men, they look like tough, rugged men, sure. They're dirty, they look very disheveled, they look like they haven't bathed in like 3 months or whatever the fuck. But this guy, despite the toned muscle and the weapon, looks afraid. You can see the fear in his eyes. And Spartiate, lost my tab. There he is. Spartiate Myron looks at you guys and he says, "We'll have to form a defense here. If you wanted to prove yourself, now is the time. What can you do?" Tyr says, "I say wise things." Now who's next?
That's the best you've got to you.
He's gonna listen back to this. He's gonna go, "Fucking Todd." He's gonna text me. It's fine.
We can... They're coming right now? Like right now?
Myron looks at Makis, and Makis says, yes! He's just shaking his head. Yes, they're coming now!
They're coming through the tunnel?
Yes!
Is anybody
We are going to die!
Is anybody in the tunnel? Other than the demons?
Actually, but no, because the other men stayed behind, but they didn't make it.
Then
They were quick. They were like invisible.
I look at Celtro. Shouldn't they just blow up the tunnel?
They're visible like smoke monster demons. I don't know if a bomb's gonna work against those.
There was different types. There was like 3 different types. It's very terrible. They came through and they cut people to pieces. Quickly.
We should just blow up the tunnel then, to keep them from coming.
Myron says, what can y'all do, if anything?
Okay, I think they're just asking us
Sultra.
our fucking capabilities.
I can use magic, and I have this bow, and I can make robots like that. And I point to that lefty.
I'm a paladin of Torm, and I can turn into a werewolf. No,
I
I will not
can
demonstrate right now.
I can swing a sword.
He says, he just kind of shrugs. I don't know what a Torm or a werewolf
You
are.
will.
That's not good.
Oh, you will.
Saltra,
Yeah.
you hear a voice in your head. Are you aware of the message spell? Does Saltra know that spell?
I think I did have it at one point, and I changed it. So yes, I
Okay.
am.
Alright. You receive a message. You have one new message. Beep. You hear the voice of Rasmi. You hear, hey buddy, I'll see you on the next plane of existence.
Blow up the Where'd you go?
And then you guys feel this swift wind push against you. And then you hear the sound. And then you see the fire that comes up through the tunnel. As there is a massive explosion. And you can feel it shaking the ground and caving in the tunnel. You're pushed back a little bit. Well, except for Laurel because she's strong and Blouts because he's strong belt boy.
Also strong.
Yeah. But you guys are blown back a little bit, and you see all of their tunics kind of flap in the wind as this wind presses, and you feel the heat. And you can smell the sulfur as an explosion goes off, and you can see within sight that the cave has been caved in. And everybody just kind of sits there staring, and Myron just kind of shrugs and goes, I guess somebody got it.
Around.
I think Razmi did it without
What do you-
telling anybody except me. I
What do you
guess.
mean Razmi did it? Where is she?
She ran over there and I guess blew up the tunnel.
Mavari starts running towards the tunnel.
I thought
You get
I
to
follow her.
like large rocks and pieces of roof of the cave, but I mean, there's no way to get through.
Can I see Razmi at all?
You see rocks. It is just a caved-in wall. You hear no sounds except for the sound of people breathing behind you.
Why?
Myron, looking a little confused, says, I'm sorry, I thought it was one of my men.
Why did she do that?
I'm not sure. She just told me that she'd see me on the other side, and then it blew up.
Far off look in my eye. Thank you, Razmi.
That wasn't even a good solution. Like, even just a
No.
small fire spell from a distance could have set the cave up.
It could have. That's why I wonder, why did she do that? There were probably 100 ways to do that. Unless that's what she wanted. I don't particularly know why.
Everybody's just kind of sitting there being quiet.
Well, I think that takes care of your demon problem for a while. At least the immediate one.
Myron, kind of reading the room, says quietly, actually, that was the safe entrance. The one under attack is still under attack. We might have another way out, but no. Just let me know when you're ready and we'll go see the general.
Well, we got this far, and we're here now. I'm ready to go because I don't, regardless of why that just happened, I don't want to sit on my laurels and let her sacrifice be in vain.
I hate to break it to you, but that's your name. Why would you sit on your
my
name?
God.
I just slowly close my eyes and then just rub my temples. I'm like, Blouts.
But
Have you heard of the term reading the room?
Mavari's gonna walk as close as she can to the explosion where it happened. Put her arms out towards it. Kronos, Phoebe, I really wish you'll just let her rest and not end up in the underworld. Send her somewhere peaceful, please. It's what she deserves. And then Mavari will turn around and move back up with everyone.
Despite the cold humidity down here, you feel a warm breeze around you.
Take us to your general. We have a war to win.
Yes, ma'am. He leads you up some stairs, and you kind of take a long way around a tunnel. And in doing so, he points to a small slit in the stone where you're actually able to look out and see the city. And you can see that there are statues toppled over. There are white columns, stairs leading up to these grand buildings where demons are flying down. And you can see bodies all over the place, both demon and human. And it looks like there's a set of stairs leading to the top of a dais of some kind where the demons are lined up and running up, kind of clawing all over each other, trying to get to this smaller entrance. It seems to be a thick brick or a thick stone wall. And then you can see there are very large demons with wings, and it looks like they have a fiery whip of some kind and a lightning sword. And you can see a few of these walking around, kind of commanding these other demons and trying to get them to go to certain places. But it looks like they're all just flying in from the sky in kind of a funneling spin. And then as you keep walking through this dark tunnel, and you see there's very few people here, and he explains that it's kind of their way of trying to hide. They don't want sounds or breathing too much. So they'll do that. And then he leads you to this room where you see there's actually very few men. But the men in here, they do have the red tunics and the bronze armor over their caps, bronze helmet, but they do have like the red feathers coming out of the top. I forgot what it's a P word, but it's
a plume.
like the red plume. Thank you. They have red plumes coming out of the top of their bronze helmets. They have spears. They have the large shields, but they have like a white armor. Like a leather armor over their red tunics, and their shields, large and bronze, bigger than their torsos, all have kind of like a red. It almost looks like an upward arrow, like it's just a triangle without the bottom bar on all of their shields. And this man who looks very, very tired and older, probably lower 50s, upper 40s. He's overlooking what looks like a city of a map, and you can see there's a whole bunch of pawns knocked over and on the side of this table, and then there's like some black, just chiseled ones that really don't have any features, and it's covering most of the map of the city. And he looks up and he says, "Well, you're strange looking. How can I help you?"
We're here to help.
"Oh. Bring the gods, do you? Tell Zeus to come on down and join the fight whenever he's ready."
I don't, we were sent by someone else.
He just kind of looks at you.
I look at Mavari. Do you think it's wise of me to say?
I don't.
We have powerful benefactors that wish for us to help you. And we're here to help you. But
I don't really have time for games. Who are you here representing? You can either say it or you can be on your way. This is not the time to be playing.
You know, we just lost a friend who blew up a tunnel to keep the demons from coming here on the back end of this army and tearing you all to pieces. I assume that her sacrifice would have been enough. We can help you, and we can prove to you that we can help you. But given the sensitive information that we have, I don't think that telling you where we're from is the wisest idea right now. Now, would you like our help or would you not?
Laurel's attitude is showing a little bit here. It could be the seasoned paladin coming out, commanding as she has done in the manner in which she owned before now, or this could be her personality as the werewolf showing through. Whichever one it is, she is standing in front of a Spartan general, a known Spartan general, and she is trying to convince him that he needs their help. She might or she might not, but I guess we'll find out.